Hello everyone, my name is Catherine Ford and I'm a registered dietitian, and today I'm going to be talking about adding protein to your diet. So the resource that we're going to talk about today, as well as these slides, have been created by one of our dietetic interns here at the University of Alberta, Laura Velkoff. So this just gives you an overview of the resource that we're referring to, or the infographic as we might call it. And so this is going to be what we're running through today. So you should be able to access a PDF copy of this resource, but we'll run through it in more detail over the next few minutes here. So in the next few minutes, we're going to talk about why you need protein in your diet, what you can do if you can't get enough protein, some tips for increasing your protein intake. We'll try and answer the question about how much protein you actually need, and then how you can get that amount of protein into your diet. So why do you need protein? Well, your protein needs are higher than what is shown in Canada's food guide. And the reason why you need protein is to really help build and maintain muscle strength, but also heal your tissue and then also formulate and maintain a healthy immune system. Now, cancer and its treatment can affect your appetite. So you may unfortunately find that you're eating less and not actually meeting your protein needs. But with this being said, loss of appetite is an issue that doesn't necessarily affect everyone. So even if your appetite is still good, this doesn't mean that your protein needs are the same as Canada's food guide. You still need to have slightly higher protein needs. So we're going to talk about that in the next few slides. So what do you do if you can't get enough protein? Well, one thing that you can do is ask to see a dietitian, and you can work with a dietitian to get personalized strategies on how you can increase protein in your diet. This can be done by talking to your doctor and requesting a referral to a registered dietitian. Another way to increase your protein intake is to choose extra portions of foods that are high in protein by using foods from the proteins food group in Canada's food guide. Another way is to eat multiple times throughout the day. So this means eating about 5 to 6 times per day. And at all of these times when you're eating, do your best to include foods that are high in protein. So this just takes the burden off of eating a lot of protein at 3 meals. Whereas if you spread it out into meals and multiple snacks throughout the day, the burden doesn't quite seem as high. Another way to add protein to your diet is to add soy protein, whey protein, or milk protein powder to things like hot cereals, soups, puddings, mashed potatoes, pasta sauces, and muffins. Now, I know that some of you may be concerned about soy or the idea of adding soy into your diet. We'll talk about that here for the next few minutes, just to try and give you a bit more context with soy. So the American Institute for Cancer Research says that soy protein powder or soy isoflavone supplements really show no effect on markers of breast cancer risk in rigorous studies that they've done. Similar studies also showed no effect on prostate-specific antigen, otherwise known as PSA levels, that are related to the risk of prostate cancer. So what does this mean? So although soy and flax contain a plant chemical that's called phytoestrogen, this phytoestrogen does have a similar structure to the hormone estrogen, but it doesn't actually contain any estrogen. So it really is safe to consume. And by it, I mean the phytoestrogens are safe to consume. So what we've seen in some of the research is that soy actually appears to have a protective effect in preventing cancer development, possibly because of the effect of these phytochemicals, or also the high fiber, content. So current guidelines for cancer survivors recommend including soy foods in the diet on a regular basis. Now, this is because soy foods have not been found to increase the risk of development or recurrence of breast cancer. So the Canadian Cancer Society says that eating up to 3 servings a day of soy-based foods can actually be a part of a healthy diet. Now, with that being said, the current recommendation is to choose soy-based foods, so whole foods, over soy-based supplements, because this really allows you to get the benefits of all the other nutrients that are available in those whole foods. So as with many things in the nutrition world, more research can be done on this topic. However, based on what we know now, feel free to include soy foods as part of your regular healthy diet. So if you enjoy things like edamame, tofu, tempeh, or soy milk, there's really no need for you to exclude any of those from your diet right now. So we'll switch gears here and continue talking about different ways to add protein into your diet. Cheese is a great source of protein among other nutrients, so you can add that into soups, sauces, scrambled eggs, and casseroles. You can also add nuts, hemp seeds or hemp seed hearts, flax seeds, and wheat germ into cereal or yogurts. And that'll just boost your protein intake a little bit as well. Pureed lentils or lentils in general are a great source of protein, and they can be added into soups, stews, and sauces very easily. We also suggest that you can use smoothies to increase your protein intake. So you can make shakes adding ice cream, milk, Greek yogurt is a great source of protein, and even pasteurized eggs are very safe to consume. In the end, if you're still struggling for ways to add protein into your diet, make sure that you talk to a dietitian about other ways that would work best for you and your specific likes and dislikes in terms of diet, because in the end, everything has to be personalized for you if it's going to be an approach that works best for you. So how much protein do you really need? People with cancer need between 1.2 and 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. So we just have an example up here of a male or female who weighs 75 kilos or 165 pounds, and how you would do the math to estimate how much protein that equates to. So for someone who's 75 kilos or 165 pounds, we would be looking for them to get around 90 to 113 grams of protein per day. Now, what does this look like? Well, there are some great mobile applications out there that you can use to track your food intake and that will count your protein for you. But if you're not interested in doing that, this list gives you a great estimate of ways to give yourself a ballpark range of whether you're getting enough protein in your diet. So this just gives you an example of a day's worth of meal intake, so meals and snacks, that total around 95 to 125 grams of protein and would be appropriate for a 75 kilogram or 165 pound person who is either undergoing cancer treatment or is living with cancer. So with that being said, we do encourage you to focus on your protein intake because it is very important for an overall healthy diet, and we thank you for your time today. Again, my name is Catherine Ford, and I'm a registered dietitian, and Laura Velkoff is our dietetic intern who created these lovely slides and resources for you.